Hello, everyone. I hope you have a good day and great time. For most of people, it's weekends, so I hope you enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna work today, and then I have 2 days off, so I'll try to have some rest too. And anyway, let me continue this new show where I'm giving to you news that make some headlines in Russian media outlets and make some commentary about it. Because this way, if I had time, I can make some videos, every day, for example, and talk about different stuff, not just Ukraine. I do understand that Ukraine is the most popular subject for now, but I don't want to talk about Ukraine only, man. There's many other stuff that going on in the world. So you know, so as I did yesterday, I already opened 3 news outlets and. And this is it. I did open 3 news outlets, and I read and make some commentary on top headlines, top news. I hope this format is gonna be interesting for you, because this way you can see which kind of news is are most read and watched in Russia. So let me start with TASS news agency. This is, as I said yesterday, governmental media source. Then I will make some commentary about news in about top headlines in Kommersant newspaper site. This is an independent media, and we have here Lenta.ru 2, which is also independent. So let's begin with the TASS. So here, for this time, it's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Here, top headline, top news is that President of Lithuania said that Lithuania will don't back up, don't that Lithuania will don't stop imposing embargo on transit of goods through his territory from mainland Russia to Kaliningrad exclave. I mean, what can you say about this, man? These motherfuckers are crazy, man. This one is some criminal bastard, man. I mean, he's provoking Russia. He's clearly provoking Russia to do some to do some to take some retaliatory measures, and then this little bitch will start crying, man, that look, man, Russia is aggressor, and look what they do to us, I mean, this little motherfucking bitch, man. Who the fuck is he, man? To risk uh, to provoke Russia and risk starting war, man, between nuclear powers, man, between Russia and NATO members that, mainly USA, man, which is also nuclear power. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, man. And as I read and listened yesterday, some news in Europe, in Western Europe, if I can be more direct, are not really happy, man, about moves that crazy Lithuanian elites are making, because it seems like Europeans were caught by surprise. I'm sure Washington or London did push these animals to introduce sanctions, introduce some kind of blockade on Kaliningrad. But looks like Europeans were caught by surprise. They did not knew that this shit is coming, man. And now, what they gonna say, man. What they gonna do. They just saying that this is a Lithuanian's decision, so and this is what it is. All right then, when Russia hits back, no one should start crying about, man. And Russia will retaliate. That's for sure, man. And if this shit goes on, I mean, for now, Lithuania is blocking land road to Kaliningrad. But if it comes to sea blockade, if Lithuania or Poland were also ruling class is extremely Russophobic, man. They work for Washington. They are U.S. puppets, man. And like Baltic state regimes are. So if they try to do something like that to introduce sea blockade, we have war on our hands, man. Russia will destroy these motherfuckers, man. It will take for Russia like hour, and these states are no more, man. I mean, Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia will be finished in half an hour, 1 hour maybe. It only takes few nuclear warheads, man, and they're done. Same I can say about Poland, man. They may think that they have some power in Poland, man, and they may think anything they want about themselves, but Russia will destroy Poland in a day's time. In a day's time, man. You have to be, insane, man, to fuck with Russia, man. You have to be insane. Look what happened to Ukraine, and Ukraine is Ukrainians in Russia. Ukrainians are seen as their brothers, man. And if you see Russian news, you will, you will understand what am I talking about, because even though there is some military operation there going on, you're gonna see commentaries that when people saying that, yes, for now, I mean, we do have, we do fight with each other, but this is, like civil war, man. We do not have to forget that we are fighting with our brothers that are mistaken. So we have to finish this war as soon as possible, so there are gonna be less casualties, man. But if it comes to Baltic states and Poland, I mean, they see differently in Russia, and Russia will take them out in an hour's time, man, if it comes to a war. And honestly, I don't really believe that elites in Western elites, particularly Anglo-Saxon elites in London and Washington, I don't really believe that they want to die, man, for Lithuania or for Poland or for any of these Western European puppet states, man. So they're gonna do just nothing, man. They're gonna sit and watch how Russia will obliterate these motherfuckers, man. That's it. I'm really sick and tired, man, when I see this kind of news, man. Who the fuck is this bitch, man? I mean, honestly, man. Who the fuck is this bitch, man, that provoking war between Russia and NATO, man? I mean, who is he, man? This fucking bitch, man. Fuck sake, man. So, I mean, you can see this is a top headline on TASS news agency. Sorry for my emotions, man, but I mean, this is crazy, man, what they do, man. I mean, honestly, though. Let's see this news. I'm staying on the TASS news agency site. Here we have news that British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, this fucking clown, man, said that London will provide Kiev with additional $525 million, man. I mean, okay, this money not gonna do much for Ukraine, and this money will definitely don't change outcome of Russian military operation in Ukraine. But British but if British people do like to throw away $525 million, all right, let's do it. Crazy, man. Crazy, man. Britain has highest inflation, one of the highest inflations in Europe, man. People do start to struggle, man, with daily life. And this bitch, this animal, is like US one, man, like this Biden, man, this fucking idiot, man. They're gonna throw money away like that, man. But this is a problem for British society. I mean, they choose to have this kind of stupid prime minister, so enjoy. What can I say? Let's go to Commerçant, man. Let's see what news makes headlines here. First one is that New York Times was writing that some special forces units of USA and other member states of NATO are operating in Ukraine, and And you know what? What can I say? This is not surprise for me. I'm quite sure that, and it was said before that U.S. providing Zelensky's Nazi regime with intelligence. So, but quite possible that there are some U.S. special forces on the ground there, and operating as some kind of, you know, like, and they are involved in decision making process. Let me say that way, and probably in Ukraine are operating British special forces too, Polish ones. Now, I'm not sure about France and Germany because I don't really see what they're gonna gain from this, man. I mean, I'm honestly surprised that France and Germany are so quiet, man, and they let Anglo-Saxon elites that are dominating for now in Western elites, if I may say that way. I mean, I'm surprised that France's and Germany's elites are so fucking quiet, man, and they let London and Washington do anything they want. Where is France's or Germany's interests in all of these that are happening, man? I mean, I don't see one. It's exactly the opposite, you know. France loses, Germany loses, man. You know, Italy loses. I mean, what the fuck? Why they are so quiet, man? You know, why they allowed London and Washington to do this kind of crazy stuff, man? Provoke wars, man, here and there, and now we have war in Europe, man. You know, because U.S. and London did push this war, man. You know, and they succeed, man. You know, it's crazy. You know. Well, in this news, I mean, there is some. I mean, this news says that probably France special forces are France's special forces are in Ukraine too, but yet again, I mean, I don't really see why France cannot do this kind of stuff, and you know, anyhow, if Western if military units of Western states are presented in Ukraine, they're gonna die, man. Maybe not all of them, but some of them will definitely find find Russian bullet, man, and that will be it for them. You know, it is what it is, man. So let's see what is other news headlines on Commerçant newspaper site about this British clown that wants to provide the Ukraine with additional some hundreds of millions of dollars. I mean, I was already, you know, I did talk about this stuff. About Lithuania, I did spoke, so you know. We have news that this is yesterday's news that, but still in the headlines, in top headlines. We had news here that Russian forces and the militia of Lugansk People's Republic did liberate Severodonetsk, and now they have full control of this town, and not just this town, man, the surrounding area. Lugansk People's Republic is almost 100% is controlled now by Russian forces and militia of LNR, you know. And same will happen in Donetsk People's Republic. It's just matter of time, man. You know. And let me go to Lenta.ru now. What we have here that that's quite interesting, man. We have here a headline here that I mean, let me see on what this headline is based. It says that Ukrainian pilots are saying that drone operating pilots are saying that drones like MQ-1C, Grey Eagle, and Bayraktar, and Turkish one Bayraktar TB2 are basically crap. Not as effective as they are advertised, you know. And probably this is true because I mean, by MQ-1C is it's just probably more advanced than Bayraktar 2, but I don't really think that Ukrainians do have many of these kind of drones. But anyhow, you know, this drone and Bayraktar TB2 that become famous in conflict between after recent conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia. I mean, these drones can be effective in areas that are where air defense systems are not present or are too weak. But in areas where you have strong air defense system, the defense units, man, they gonna do just no much damage, man, you know, because they will be shut down. They will just make one fucking flight, man, and then probably most of them will make just one flight, and then will be destroyed. And in Ukraine, Russia do provide ground forces with intense air defense systems, man. I mean, intense may not be a right word, but Russia do have some heavily fortified air defense systems there. So that's why you see that, I mean, Ukraine almost lost entire air fleet, man. Some on the ground, but some in the air, because they just cannot operate in heavily defended area, man, aerial zones, man. So I'm not really surprised that Ukrainians are start lacking confidence in these drones, because I mean, this is just a fucking cheap shit, man, you know. Russian Tor systems, man, Tor anti-aircraft systems, or you just may name it, man. You know, Russia has so many of systems that are capable of destroying not just this shit, but even stealth fighter jets, man. That, I mean, of course, no country will be able to operate freely with, with any aerial vehicles in zones that are controlled by Russian air defense systems, man. Best ones in the world. I mean, just best ones, you know. So now you see that, it was obvious, honestly. I mean, it was obvious that all this hype about Bayraktar and all that shit, man. It was obvious that it was just hype. That in the very first battle that they will end up in a heavily defended aerial environment. I mean, they're gonna be destroyed, and that's what is happening in Ukraine. You know, like, this is gonna be for now probably. There is some article here. Headline says that USA and NATO are not ready for a prolonged military conflict for now. This is article translated from Asian Times. Probably, it's gonna be interesting, but even without this article, it's quite understandable that USA and NATO are not ready to conflict with a serious adversary, man. I mean, look at history, man. Where and who they fight. Americans and British or France, man. For last, let's say, 5 decades, man. And answer is obvious, man. Of course, they don't ready to fight real heavily equipped and motivated adversary, man. Anyhow, let me finish for now. I hope you see interesting this kind of yet again, I mean, show, if I may say, where I'm bringing to your attention some news headlines that are most popular in Russia for the moment that I'm making video. Have a nice day, have a good time, and bye for now. Take care.